Alright, let's get the meeting started. Call to order. If I had a chance to look at the minutes. I see we have guests in attendance today. We have Steve and Sonia Arvin on the agenda. Would the rest of you like to stand up and tell us who you are? That'd be great.
I'm George Guy from Harrison.
Okay.
John Holmes.
Hold up just a minute. We need to give our time to write. Oh, okay.
My wife, Patya.
My name is Mike Arcan, retired master plumber, Harrison Plumbing.
Okay.
Ron Belver.
Okay.
Frank Hampson, photographer.
Carolyn Adams, can I stay seated?
Okay.
Bob Wong, caps.
Okay.
Lynn Lott. Hi.
Carrie Estes Camps.
Sonia Arvin, Cats.
Okay.
Steve Arvin, Caps.
Okay.
Bobby Estes, Caps.
Okay.
Delray Lewis, Caps.
Yeah.
Betty Knight, Batavia.
Okay. All right.
L.E. Shields, Harris.
All right. Okay. Miss Arvin, I believe you have you're on the agenda.
Can I use part of that table there?
You bet.
That's all right.
Sonia, would you be better seated if you like to sit?
No, I think I'll be
Sure
fine.
they wouldn't mind.
This is my husband, Stephen,
Okay.
and what he's handing out to each one of you is a folder, and within that folder contains some literature, some rainfall, historical records of what's transpired here in Harrison. Also in that book is the Arkansas Freedom of Information Handbook, the calendar, the report as was done by Arkansas Rural Water Association by Dennis Sternberg, the boil order water that Doug Wasson left at handed to Stephen at front door. And then also the TIG, or Transparency in Government Group, mission statement. And we wanted to make certain everyone, and then Melissa, we'd like to make certain that those that are not in attendance today get a copy, those board members that are not here. Now, we asked Melissa for 15 minutes, and I'll talk as fast as I can. I am nervous.
Well, don't be.
Okay.
First, I'd like to thank you for allowing my husband and I to speak to you today. There's a famous author and activist and poet, Will Rogers, said, "It isn't what we don't know that gives us trouble. It's what we know that ain't so." And I want you to keep that in mind when I give you the facts of what we've experienced at our home at 5458 Highway 392 West. Or people call it Caps Road around here. First, a little history. Approximately 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, we noticed a change in our water pressure at our home located at 5458 Highway 392 West. We continued these calls to Doug and his team, and Alan finally arrived at our home on December 26th. Because at that date, we had insisted, and we had documented all the times we called, requesting help. November 30th, while getting ready to take a shower to go to our cardiologist appointment, we had sewage backing up into our drains and our commodes. And our commodes were bubbling. You know, when water, the lateral lines get overflowed, they start making this bubbling noise. We called Clean Right Septic and spoke with Rick and Jesse Moore, who arrived at our home around 2:30 in the afternoon to pump over 1,500 gallons out of a 1,000-gallon septic system. They were shocked and couldn't believe how much water was standing all around our home. And in the next door neighbors, on the west side of our property, the Sutterfield family's home front yard. Within 9 days, we're back on the phone with Clean Right Septic and paid them to pump over 1,800 gallons out of our 1,000-gallon tank, which was virtually all clear water. They confirmed that Roto-Rooter wouldn't
be able to help us with anything because the lines were running clear. They could watch it draining back from the lateral lines. They could, at this point, Jesse Moore called Scott Moore with the Arkansas Health Department Sanitation while they were actually pumping on that day, December the 12th, and he came out immediately to see for himself what was happening. After they walked the property and watched the clear water running back from our lateral lines and all the water pooling on the Sutterfield family land and visibly draining towards our property, they advised us to get a pump, dig a ditch, pump the water away from our home and the lateral lines, as well as away from our septic system, which is located on the west side of our home. The digging of the ditch, the digging of the hole, and the pump was accomplished on December 23rd and December 24th. On the 23rd, our plumber discovered there was water standing underneath our home from overflow. We have confirmed our home is in fact at the highest point on our property. Although some people want to say there was a cattle pond there where our home is built, that's not so. We have the topographical reports that the state of Arkansas has taken since back in the 70s, and it clearly shows exactly where that cattle pond was. During this visit, our plumber, Mike Arcan, confirmed that there were not signs of any leaks or leaking from our plumbing under the house, no septic leaks, etc. Again, lots of water, and it was coming from the water he saw in our yard and in the neighbor's yard. This is also the day we actually started pumping 1,800 gallons